of coronavirus cases is increasing across the country. Saturday alone, there were more than 25,000 new coronavirus cases reported in the U.S. Yesterday, New York's Governor Andrew Cuomo threatened to reverse reopenings in areas where large numbers of people are violating social distancing orders. Dr. David Agus joins us with how to stay safe this summer. David, good morning. I've noticed over the weekend that people are still being really careful if they're inside, but much more cavalier outside. I saw a line outside a reopened coffee shop where everybody was wearing masks, but they were all on top of each other. If you're going outside now, what do you need to take into consideration?
You know, America seems done with the coronavirus, but the coronavirus isn't done with America. It's still here. So when you go out of doors, wearing a mask is critical so you can't spread the virus unknowingly to others. And obviously, social distancing. Where you go matters. So if you're going to an area where there are lots of people, you probably want to avoid and go to an area where there are less people. Plan your day so it's not going to be in a crowded area where you could be exposed.
So if you're looking to have a picnic or a backyard gathering, what do you do?
So first of all, if you're going to have a picnic, choose where to go strategically. Don't go to the center of the park where everybody is. Go to the periphery where you can have space. Look who you're having it with. We all have friends that take more risk and some that take less risk. So you need to know your personal risk tolerance. Do you live with a grandmother who's elderly or have somebody with medical conditions in your house versus not? You identify your risk. Have it out of doors is critical. The virus spreads much less out of doors because there's much more ventilation there. And set up the area in advance. So there's your area and there's the people that you're visiting with their area, and they're at least 6 feet apart. Really critical that planning is done.
Is it safe, David, to serve food at these events? And if you're at one of these gatherings, should you feel safe to eat?
Well, first of all, if you ain't serving food at a picnic, you got an issue there. Yeah, it's good to serve food. The key is, as much as possible, keep it cold food. It's the summer. So hot food, if it's left out for a while, can have issues. Each of you package in advance your own food. So if you're going with another family, each of you bring separate food and, structure it so you don't have to share utensils. And then you will have a nice time visiting with each other. When you're not eating, wear masks and social distance when you are eating, and it will be a safe gathering.
What about the beach, David, which is where a lot of people are dying to head there now? What should we consider in going to the beach?
It's the same thing, is that you want to go to an area where you can social distance. So have your blanket with your family and go to an area where you can have distance from others. The amount of time you interact with somebody directly correlates to the risk of getting a virus. So if you're in an area that's very crowded and you're going to interact for a significant period of time with a lot of people, that's not good. So choose the periphery, choose the not as crowded beach. Maybe it's a longer drive, but in the end, you'll be more relaxed and it'll be a safer visit. Go in the water and have fun.
Some parents, David, are considering whether to send their kids to camp. What's your advice on that?
Well, that's a big decision. Some families just have to send their kids to camp so they can do their work or get back to their business or their life working outside of the home. There was a study from the Netherlands that's critical that showed that children-to-children spread is rare and children-to-adult spread is rare. Much more common adult-to-adult or adult-to-a-child. So, children themselves are obviously much lower risk of getting sick or significantly sick from the virus. But at camp, you got to make sure the cabin has ventilation, that drop-off times are staggered. You don't want to be there with every other adult trying to cram things into the children's bunks or dropping off the children at the same time if it's a day camp. The key is to be strategic.
Yeah, not many camp cabins that I've seen have a lot of ventilation, David. Thank you.